So I've been in therapy for narcissistic personality disorder since October of 2017. And a lot of people want to know what I learned in therapy. So I'm going to show you what the very first thing I learned in therapy right here. My therapist had me draw two circles right here. The smaller circle represents things that I can control, can control. The bigger circle represents things that I can't control. So when I first started therapy, this circle right here was just full of stuff right here. And this circle right here was lacking things. She said that's one of the main problems with narcissistic people. Like, we try to control too much stuff, things that are outside of our control. I was trying to control my life, my brother's lives, my sister's lives, my mama's life, my wife, everybody, everything. Finances, too much control, like trying to control too much. The things I've been working on in therapy the last 4 years have trying to invert those circles, realizing that I can't control everything that I think I can control. Yeah, it's super frustrating trying to deal with that, but it works for me. So the goal is to have this circle filled with more stuff than this circle right here. That concludes one thing I learned in therapy. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. I am self-aware, diagnosed narcissist Lee Hammett, and I use my platform on social media, over 1.5 million people nowadays, y'all, to raise awareness for NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, get more people into therapy like myself, 4 years of psychotherapy, going strong, ooh. And also validate the victims and survivors of said disorder, because guess what, y'all? You might not be crazy. It might be them. It might not be you. Boom. So this series is dedicated to making my TikToks and YouTube shorts longer. They are 60 seconds or less. This is going to be a lot longer than 60 seconds, y'all. I got COVID, but fighting through it. Look, double vax and boosted. Throat hurts, head hurts. Everybody got it, sneezing, sniffling. So the TikTok you just watched was about one thing that I learned in therapy. One of the most powerful lessons. One of the first things that we worked on in therapy. So if you haven't known, so everybody keeps asking me, how did I get to therapy? Like, what was my journey to the therapy like? I keep telling people this, y'all. My wife, like in February or March of 2017, my wife had went to work or the gym or something like that. She comes home, right? And while she's gone, I'm watching my son, right? My son is like 5-6 months old. So while she's gone, I'm watching my son, and literally he's in there like he's in there just wilding, right? He's just screaming, crying, and I'm just like, oh my God, I can't do anything about this right now. Like, I'm just like, yeah, I'm failing at life. I'm supposed to be smart. I had a really high GPA in high school. I'm supposed to be smart. I'm supposed to be further along than I am right now. Than I was in life right then. I was just supposed to be further along than I was. So she comes home. I'm screaming and yelling at my son because he's a baby. I can't understand. I'm screaming and yelling at my son because I just can't concentrate. I can't do anything I want to do because I got damn kids and my wife, and everybody hold me back. Nobody understands me. Nobody this, nobody that. So she happens to come home early or whatever, hears me screaming. We get into a screaming argument, and she just gets the son. I just tell her to get the hell out. I was like, you are replaceable. Get the hell out. I don't need you here. You are easily replaceable. I'm talking junk, y'all. I'm saying this type of stuff before. I keep telling y'all like, you're too nice to be a narcissist. I'm a narcissist, y'all. Trust me. But on the way out the door, she decides to call me a narcissist. She was like, it's so hard living with a damn narcissist. And I was like, you're a damn narcissist. So I'm fired up. I didn't know narcissist had the meaning that it has right that I know now. I just thought it was somebody that's full of themselves. Honestly, that's why I thought I just thought narcissistic people were full of themselves, conceited people. So I'm like, you're a damn narcissist. I was going into how long it takes her to get ready and stuff like that. Stupid old misogynistic stuff. Like, it takes you long to get ready. I'm ready in 5 minutes. Take you an hour, 2 hours, blah blah blah. It's stupid. I don't talk like that now, y'all. I'm working on it. You see. So you get to that point right there, and she leaves. So I get inquisitive. I look up the word narcissist. I do. I look up narcissist. I'm like, why did she call me that? You know what I mean? I was like, okay, cool. Look it up, and boom. When you Google narcissist, the personality disorder comes up, y'all. When you go on Google right now, type in narcissist. I was like, why she call me that? Boom. You type in narcissist. It said narcissism is extreme self-involvement to the degree that it makes a person ignore the needs of those around them. I read that, and to the right over there, if you Google narcissist, to the right, this hasn't been changed in a long time, it said narcissistic personality disorder. I was like, what the hell? And that's when I looked on there. I like, rare. I'm like, what the hell is this? And I went down there, and then the symptoms came on there. I was like, oh my goodness. I went down the rabbit hole of narcissistic personality disorder, just like a lot of survivors do. I went down the rabbit hole. I was like, oh my goodness. But does it make you sad as hell to be a narcissist? Yeah, it makes you sad because like you a narcissist. Like, it's not a good thing, So I'm sad. I'm beside myself because this stuff it's me. I know it's me. I've been working on myself enough I can take a little bit of criticism, y'all. So I understand that it's me. That's provided me the answers to the questions I already been asking myself for a very, very long time. So I text my wife. I don't know if she saves everything. So she may actually have the text message I sent her when she left the first time. I text her. I'm like, yep, this is me. I was like, I'm a narcissist. I was like, I have a personality disorder. Like, this makes so much sense. I thanked her for that, for telling me that, because it gave me answers. I'm like, I know it says there's no cure, but I'm going to work on it. I'm going to work on it. So I joined Self-Aware Narcissist Facebook groups. I got on the Facebook groups, and they told me how to find a therapist. Like, get on Psychology Today, find a therapist. And by then, so this is March, y'all. So I went from March until October before I even tried to find a therapist. So, but my problems, my wife had came back and we were getting into it again and again and again. And she just like, she brought it up again. She's like, when are you going to go to therapy? You promised me you're going to go to therapy. I was like, well, okay, I'll just look it up. I got on there. And then I got on there one morning, October 11th, 2017. This is what the email says. I got on Psychology Today, looked up narcissistic personality disorder and therapist in Greensboro, North Carolina. And I was just like, this is what the email said. Hi. Just wanted to see about possible counseling. I'm 99.5% certain that I have narcissistic personality disorder, and since becoming aware of it, it's become almost unbearable. Constant inner battle every day is tiresome and exhausting. That's the very first email that I sent on Psychology Today. So I knew what I was. I knew I was a narcissist. I was not denying it. Most people you talk to about narcissistic people, they're going to deny it. So I end up going to therapy, whatever. And one of the first exercises that we did in therapy was that control exercise that I showed you. Literally, the control circles. The small circle, it represents the things that I can control, the things I was supposed to be able to control. The bigger circle is supposed to be things I cannot control. And they are that way for a reason, y'all. It's to show you that you're not supposed to be able to control that many things in your life that you think you do. But my little circle was full as hell. My little control circle was full. I was squeezing stuff in there. It was stuff running out to the outside. You know what I mean? I was right. The little stuff that I couldn't control, it was unbalanced. You see right here? Those circles are that way for a reason. The bigger circle is supposed to have more in it than a little circle. You know, and she's like, this is one of the imbalances that you have being a narcissist. You try to control too much. So a lot of narcissistic people, like myself, try to control a lot of stuff. We try to control too much stuff. We just do. In that little circle, I had my little brothers, my twin brothers' career. I had my younger brother. I had my sister. I had my mom. I had my wife, my kids, my older son's mom. I had literally everything on there. My finances, their finances, where they was gonna live at. I was like, if I move here, my whole family moving, I'm moving there. Like literally, y'all, it was too much stuff. And she said, because you're stretching yourself in too many directions. She's like, you got two arms, but you act like you got 30. When you try to control this much stuff, it's like you have two arms, but you think you have 30. Every finger is its own arm. I just made that last part up about the fingers being on. But yeah, she told me that, and that's what I've been working on, y'all. Narcissists, we try to control too much. Control is one of the main things that narcissists want. Because typically, when we were growing up or whatever happened to us in our childhood, be it the trauma that made us who we are, we didn't have control over the trauma. We couldn't protect ourselves, could we? Whatever happened to us in our youth, we couldn't protect ourselves from. Me personally, I couldn't protect myself from the trauma that I went through. So I harbored that. I shut down at 7, 8 years old. I literally shut my emotional state down. I remember it to this day. I remember it vividly. I'm writing it in my book. If everybody want me to describe it, I don't like describing it on camera, but I'm writing it in my book. I think I did a video a long time ago, but I'm literally writing it in my book. I cannot control what happened to me. So I'm just like, I want to control everything else. I can't control myself. I couldn't protect myself. But guess who can protect myself now? 36-year-old Lee can protect himself, whereas 37, 8-year-old Lee couldn't. You can't protect yourself from the people who are supposed to protect you from everybody else. You see how that works? You can't protect yourself from the people who are supposed to protect you. You cannot pick your parents, y'all. You can pick your significant other. You can pick your husband. You can pick your wife most times. I know culturally it's different. But most times you can pick your husband or wife. You cannot pick who birthed you and who raised you. You can pick right now to go to therapy and take your life back, take your power back, or join self-help groups, join communities and things like that, y'all, just to do stuff like that. Because I feel like it'd be truly empowering to you to do that right there. So you have to be able to, you have to be able to do that for yourself. That's the main thing. I keep telling people all the time, like, look, you got to be able to take your power back. So myself, I've been working on the thing, like lessening. We did that. So we did the exercise one of the first times I went to therapy. Not the very first session, but like one of the first sessions. And then years later, we did the same exercise. And it was a little bit more distributed. She said there's still too much in the middle circle, still too much in the control circle. But like I'm getting better at it because releasing, like trust is a big thing with narcissists, y'all. As a narcissist, I have trouble trusting people because people don't trust me. It's weird. I know people are like, well, leave your narcissist. People are not going to trust you, blah, blah, blah. But I have a trouble, you know what I mean, trusting people as well. And most narcissists have trouble trusting other people as well because people do us wrong. You know, when we trust and people break our heart, we're like, okay, never happen again. The last time we trusted somebody, they put us through a traumatic experience. So we have trouble trusting people, right? So everything has been a defense mechanism. A lot of stuff has been a defense mechanism from that point forward. So where I am right now, I'm releasing, I'm trusting more people with others, with things. I'm trusting people to not stab me in the back. I'm trusting more people. Because all it takes is one time. That's what if you cheat on a narcissist, that's it for you. That's it. If you cheat on a narcissist, like I was forced to, if you cheat on a narcissist, that's it for you. Just letting you know. But because the trust is gone, they will never trust you again. And plus, if you cheat with a narcissist and then y'all end up together, they will never trust you. That's a whole nother video. But yeah. Yeah, narcissists try to control too much. They want to control your finances, your life, your schedule, your time, the way you breathe, the way you act, your hair, your weight, your food, like your kids, like literally everything, your parents, your friend group, like everything. And that drives us crazy. As narcissists, we try to control too much. And the realization that we're not in control of everything that we think we are in control of drives us crazy. Especially that, like when we think we control you, and then you leave. That's why you see narcissists bug out. Like, this is out of control. Nah, break your ass back here. You know. So control is big with narcissists, y'all. And releasing and getting a narcissist to release control is damn near impossible, y'all. It just is. If you want to help a narcissist, you have to get them to release control over themselves. To go find a helpful stranger on the internet. This is what therapy is, y'all. Find a helpful stranger on the internet that you convey your deepest, darkest secrets to and your trauma to. And trust them with it. We already have trust issues, right? But we're going to trust a stranger on the internet or somebody else we met in person that we don't know us to trust with. That's why a lot of times they try to take you to the pastor. Let's go talk to the pastor at church. Because the pastor most times are going to lean towards y'all staying together if y'all married. They just are. Just like, hey, y'all married? Work it out. Pretty much work it out in the eyes of the Lord. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness gracious. But yeah, so we on there, y'all. Just got a notification my son can't go back to school to the 7th because we all have COVID, y'all. So there we go. So anyways, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. I really hope I'm releasing control of this video to y'all. Anyways, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I really, truly appreciate every single one of y'all. I'm going live every day this month. Mental Illness is out. Peace.